Hi, this is Lucas. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome, this is Josh from Shamrocks Stream.
Hello, this is Lucas. Thank you for tuning in. This is Lucas. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, this is Lucas. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello and welcome to tonight's Shamrocks stream. Tonight's matchup pairs the Naperville Central Redhawks of Illinois and your Catholic Central Shamrocks. I'm Josh Rothert alongside Lucas Straish.
Tom McField, and let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First for our guests, wearing white trimmed in red, they're the Redhawks of Naperville Central. On the O-line for the Redhawks, number 78, John Penny. Number 74, Kyle Kopczynski. Number 68, Quinn Hurley. Number 60, Adrian Alvarado. Number 54, Maxwell Crumbles. At wide receiver, number 16, Tristan Hall. At tight end, number 10, Seth Lenzon. At wide receiver, number 8, Reggie Flurma. At wide receiver, number 4, Justin Boomgard. In the backfield, wearing number 21, Tyler Dodd. And under center, number 2, Owen Prussia. The Redhawks are coached by Mr. Mike Allright.
Hello and welcome to tonight's Shamrock stream. Tonight's matchup pairs the Naperville Central Redhawks and the Catholic Central Shamrocks.
Just start doing it, okay? Just keep going. Act like nothing's wrong. We're trying to test it.
Huh?
Just keep reading.
Okay. And your Catholic Central Shamrocks.
Pretend like someone can hear you all the time. We're going to fix it.
For the Redhawks, Naperville Central's number 10, Seth Lenzon, lines up to send this one deep. And it's a short kick from the 4-yard line, and it's dropped by Cameron Lloyd. Comes out over the 10 to the 15-yard line, and he's going to be tackled at about the 13-yard line. Spotted at the 14 is where the Shamrocks offense will start, led out by Declan Bile.
And this is not a good start here for CC. Cameron Lloyd looks like he might have broken free for a second, but it was wrapped up.
First down, Shamrocks from their own 15.
Well, Bile comes off a game where he was under average, 9 of 23 last time out for 159 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But it was Owen Semp who saved the day last time with 2 punt return touchdowns. We're looking for a little more of that tonight from Owen Semp.
One underrated player, too, is the tight end Connor Cohen, who caught 2 touchdowns.
Bile takes the snap to give to Jafer. Gets up space. He's to the 25. Past the first down to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 17 yards to start the game.
And those are the rushes we saw from him on the first drive yesterday. Didn't really get much after that, but if he can keep that going throughout the entire game, CC's in good shape with that rushing offense.
Okay. Bile is in the shotgun here with 3 receivers and Mo Jafer in the backfield. In comes Cameron Davenport on the motion. It's a pitch play. Jafer to the right side, not a lot of space, and he's going to lose 5 yards here. That's Maverick Oli on the tackle, the sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, and that'll hurt the average. That play just didn't really have a chance in the beginning.
There was no chance. There was no development. They had all the receivers stacked to one side of the field, and that made it really difficult for there to be any sort of separation there.
I'd like to see. We saw we saw what he could do earlier on in the first game against Chippewa Valley on the offensive side of the ball. He didn't really get a lot of targets last week.
Pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage and caught by Rayed Zerke.
And man, that is great concentration there by the St. Mary's transfer, Rayed Zerke. He had a really good game week 1 against Chippewa Valley. Wasn't a big factor against Davison, but we'll see. He is very explosive with the ball.
No, and more importantly, Declan Bile off to a nice start tonight, completing his first pass. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 now from the 39-yard line. Bile takes the snap. It's a give to Jafer. Burrows forward to the 41, where he's going to be stopped a yard short of the first down. He'll bring up 4th down.
What would you do here? Would you go for it?
I think early on in the game, they're testing out this Naperville defense. I think they'll keep the offense out here and try and push an extra yard over.
Looks like they will.
And they are going to bring the punt team out here.
Much to the dismay of Declan Bile in the offense.
So Lucas Moscone will line up at the 32 to kick this one deep.
Yeah, and he's averaging right around 38 yards a punt. See if he can get somewhere around 40, 42 here, which he's done this year as long as 46.
2 returners for the Redhawks. It's Tristan Hall and Maverick Oli. Reggie Flurma. Low snap. Moscone takes his time. It's a high punt, but it's not very deep. And it's going to bounce once and take a shamrock roll to the 20, to the 19, and stopped at about the 19-yard line.
And that is a great roll for CC. Very high punt. Didn't get a lot of distance, but man, that's a nice bounce.
40-yard punt for Lucas Moscone, and now we'll get to see the other half of the quarterback comparison from tonight. It's Owen Prucha.
They're going to have to make sure they keep him contained. He is explosive out of the pocket.
Prucha takes the snap. It's a handoff to Tyler Dodd, the 22-yard line.
Dodd's filling in for the injured Nico Gordon, who is out for the year, unfortunately, on the Naperville side.
And now in the slot at the bottom of your screen, that's Reggie Flurma, the commit to Northwestern.
Yeah,
Prucha
keep an
hands
eye
it
on
off to
him.
Dodd again. Little space. Connor Cohan in on the tackle there.
Now on this 3rd and medium, keep an eye on Reggie Flurima. He is very good on these 3rd down plays. Great chance for a stop early here for the Shamrocks.
Well, Naperville Central certainly wants to see what they have in this pass attack here. And they have 5 receivers here. Prucha's all alone. Empty set.
Watch out for a quarterback run here.
Prucha looks over to the sideline. In the shotgun. Calls for the ball. Takes the snap. Looking left for James Jose. Instead, he goes to Florma. Wide open, and a one-handed attempt is incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and 6 for the Redhawks.
That was almost an impressive catch. but it looks like, I think that was Nico Genrich who almost came up with the interception off the tip. Hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, but with Brady Blakita out, let's see what he can do here.
Back deep is Owen Semp to return.
Yeah, and we know what he can do from back there.
Aoki, high punt. It's going to bounce first at the 49, and it's going to roll all the way inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. And that's where the Shamrocks will regain possession with 7 minutes and 31 seconds here in the first quarter.
Looks like they did their scouting. They saw the scouting report on Owen Semp. Didn't punt it anywhere near him.
Can you guys go somewhere else? I can't hear. Thank you.
See what Declan Bile can do now on his second possession.
And Spencer Lyons moves into the backfield. He's the leading rusher this year as of 2 games. Bile looks, quick pass, Davenport through his hands, a little bit thrown to the left side. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 10. Well, Davenport was open there. Bile just didn't do a great job of putting that in the right spot for Davenport to make the catch.
On this one, though, if they choose to go to the pass, it looks like Owen Semp is going to be one-on-one in coverage. Do have the safety there.
Davenport in motion. Bile takes the snap. It's a handoff. Spencer Lyons pushing his frame forward to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 4 yards.
We'll see if CC can get their first third down conversion of the game. They're only 33% on the season. Today they're 0 for 1. That is one spot they're looking to improve at.
Under 7 minutes to play here. Still scoreless in the first quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Shamrocks. 4 receivers. At the bottom is Ray Zerke and Cameron Davenport. Bile looks left, throws, and that pass is caught by Owen Semp at the 48-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down, a pickup of 8.
That is a good job using his hands with the defender draped on his back to make sure that he doesn't lose that ball. Nice 9-yard gain for the 1st down.
And that's one of the keys to the game was, can they convert on 3rd down? They didn't get it the first time, but here on the 2nd drive, nice pass from Declan Bile.
And that's a good 3rd down conversion there.
Lyons gets the handoff, goes to the left side. Not a lot of room there, and he's going to be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 3. Ethan Pitlack was there on the stop, the middle linebacker.
Jafer will come back into the game. Maybe play action here. Probably try to get some yardage back.
Three receivers, trips to the right side. Bile in the shotgun once again, and we have penalty flags here. This is going to be a false start on Catholic Central. I'll move them back 5 yards.
Good ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Makes it 2nd and 17.
Now let's see, they're still going to stay with 3 receivers, tight end, and a back here. Now 2nd and 17. This looks like an obvious passing play.
They're going to stay with trips to the right here. That's Connor Cohan tucked in near the line. He had 2 touchdown grabs last week. Bile in the shotgun. Looks over the middle. Throws, and it is overthrown. Intended receiver was Connor Cohan, and there in coverage was Ty Randall.
Now, what would you do here if you're a CC? Do you try to run, gain a few yards, and then punt it away, not try to risk turning the ball over? Or do you go and you try to get a big play and get this first down?
Well, it's such a tremendous pocket passer in Declan Bile, and just how good he is at getting the ball downfield. I have to think that they're going to go with the same look here, and they're going to try and get something downfield. 3rd down and 17. Bile takes the snap. Looks for Cohen. Now has to roll out right. And now he's going to scramble. Bile throwing downfield. Caught by Cohen with open space. Inside the 20. Stiff arm. And he's going to be brought down at the 8-yard line. A huge pickup of 50 yards for Connor Cohan.
And there is a flag on the field. I think Bile was past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball, and he knows it. The play is coming back.
Yeah. That's going to be a loss of down for the Shamrocks. Bile did a nice job getting out of the pocket, scrambling to both sides of the field, but was over the line, so it's a 50-yard completion that's coming back.
Now, is it going to be 4th down? No, I think it's still 3rd down and 22. It'll be 3rd down and 22 here.
And referee's motioning it's going to be 4th
Oh,
down.
no, now
so
they are saying it's 4th
here
down.
comes Lucas Moscone and the punt team. And Moscone's boot is a short one. Florima is going to call for the fair catch at the 38-yard line, and that's where the Redhawks will take over.
Good job adjusting to that ball by Florima. It had a little bit of curve on it going towards the far sideline. We've seen some plays this year on kickoffs especially where that little bit of spin will cause a muff or a fumble on contact. Good job holding onto the ball.
All right, 2-back set here for the Redhawks, and Pruch is in the shotgun. In motion comes 16 Tristan Hall. That pass is thrown short, and it's recovered by the Shamrocks. This ball has not been blown dead, and all the way to the house. Touchdown, Shamrocks.
And
that
look
was
at
Beckler Hauser.
Beckler Hauser getting there, and that is a big mistake there. I think that was, who was that? Who missed that ball? Oh, it fell right at his feet, and he just walked away from it. That was an obvious backwards pass.
Prucha on the wide receiver bubble screen, and just instead of throwing it out in front, that pass was a backwards pass, and that's not incomplete. That's a fumble. Great recognition by the linebacker, Beckler Hauser, and a scoop and score here in the first quarter for the Shamrocks.
And a mental error there for the Redhawks, costing them some early points.
Skylar Hunter will hold for Moscone on the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is straight on through, and the Shamrocks lead it 7-0 here with 5 minutes to play.
And you know, last game against Davison, they got that first score after forcing a fumble on a bad snap to the quarterback, Himmeline. Now their first score is a scoop and score by Beckler Hauser. Capitalizing off the turnovers. And as you said earlier, that turnover margin is key for them.
Yep, they win that battle. They can win this game tonight.
Now it looks like that illegal forward pass call worked out for the best.
Worked out just okay.
Not hearing any more complaints from the student section.
Florima and Hall back deep on the kickoff team here again. All right, kickoff team is lined up here.
I think that's Florema and Tristan Hall, the senior wide receiver, back.
And Moscone with a nice kick here. Florema takes it from the 4-yard line, and he's got speed, and he breaks a tackle down the sideline. Owen Semp's gonna chase him out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Mark it at the 34.
Whew. Man, that return gave us some nightmares back from the Chippewa Valley, where Cephas Harris took 2 back to the house and had a couple more inside the 50. A great position at the CC 42 and a good chance to respond after the scoop and score by Hauser on their last drive.
Tyler Dodd is the running back. Prucha in the shotgun once again. It's a handoff. Dodd to the right side, wrapped up immediately. A nice stop by Javon Massey.
Yeah, good recognition there by CC.
Section getting into it. The bottom of your screen, James Jopes. He has 2 touchdown scores already this year. Prucha looks right, throws. Wide open is Tristan Hall to the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 yards for the Redhawks.
Yeah, and Prucha found the open spot in the zone there. Tristan Hall, nobody around him. Easy completion, easy catch, an easy first down.
Mike Downs was there to force him out of bounds. Mike Downs had the huge interception in the first quarter last week against Davison, and he's already making plays tonight. 3 receivers for the Redhawks. Prucha on the option, throws. That's caught by Lenzi on the tight end, and he's tackled by Mo Jafer at the 21-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5 yards.
Nice little 5-yard gain there for Naperville, but they're going to have to, it's a big play here for CC. If they can force a 3rd down and medium, 3rd down and long, then they'll be in good shape to hold him to a field goal. If they can make this 3rd and short, they got to be protecting the end zone.
Hall in motion. Give us to Tyler Dodd. Finds a hole up the middle, and it's going to pick up the first down. Going to get to the 14-yard line for a first down.
Man. And that field position is killing them here for CC. Kickoff team, kickoff cover, not at their finest.
Tyler Dodd very busy already in this first quarter. He's got 4 rushes for 11 yards. And now here's Prucha. Quick pass, caught by Florema, and he's flipped.
Looks like Jafer was in coverage there, and he had a read on him, but
Nico Genrich in there on the stop. It's going to put 1st and goal at the 2-yard line for the Redhawks.
Looks like Jafer was there in coverage. I think he just got a little pump fake almost by Prucha, made him move in one way, and then got the easy completion to his safety net and Reggie
Prucha under
Florema.
center is going to give it to Tyler Dodd, who's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line, short of the goal line. He's going to pick up a yard, but they'll have to try it again here on 2nd down and goal. See if they can get another stuff here on 2nd down. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the first frame here tonight. Florema is in the backfield now. And they're going to pitch it to him. He gets to the outside, and he's going to walk in for
Here
his
comes the
first
flags.
touchdown tonight.
Here
There
comes
is
the
a-
flags. And that's coming back. They're going to be back at their own 11-yard line. Or sorry, it's Catholic Central 11-yard line.
That's huge. It's going to move him back to the 11 now, and now a second and goal from the 1 becomes second and goal from the 11. Much tougher to punch it in here.
Now this became from hold on for a situation where you're holding on for dear life for CC is now you really got to have a legitimate shot to keep them out of the end zone and get the ball back with a 4-point lead.
Tyler Dodd lines up in the backfield once again. Florima's all the way to the right side. James Jopes all the way to the left, and in the slot, number 16, Tristan Hall. Prucha motions Hall over, takes the snap, looking for Jopes, and their penalty flags down once again.
Usually they stop, it means a false start. Let's see where they're going. No, they're going to call offsides.
This is going to be offsides here on the Shamrocks.
Just gave him 5 back.
Flag of the play. Defensive offsides.
I would say the 5 pretty much.
So that moves it back to the 6. And more doable here for the Redhawks.
A lot of early penalties here today. We saw a few last week, but then it kind of petered out and they weren't calling much at the end.
5 receivers for the Redhawks. Empty set. Prucha's going to line up in shotgun. And defensive coordinator, Coach Mack, wants a timeout here.
You know, you don't usually see 5 wide at the 5-yard line. But this
No.
Naperville team, especially with Owen Prucha and his ability to extend the play with his legs, scramble out of the pocket, it definitely makes sense. It's a big, big chance for both teams. CC, after the nice defensive touchdown, can get the Redhawks to only score 3 or even none. That'd be a win for them. Naperville needs to punch the ball in.
Going to come out in that same set. 5 receivers from the bottom of the screen. That's Tyler Dodd, Seth Lenzion, Tristan Hall, and Florima is at the slot in the top with James Jopes all the way at the top being guarded by Mo Jafer.
Yeah, this might be a hoax. I'd really be watching to make sure Prucha stays in the pocket. Do not let him escape. If he escapes, he's either going to buy time, find the receiver, or he's going to take him in himself.
Lenzion moves in right behind the line. I like that matchup between, and a bad snap. Prucha loses it, and he can't pick it up, and it's recovered by the Shamrocks.
I believe that was Connor Murphy with the recovery, and it was.
Another turnover from Naperville Central. It was Connor Murphy who pounced on it.
Wow.
Time and time again, the Shamrock defense comes up clutch in their own ways. More of a fault on the offense than a good play by the defense, but Murphy getting back there, recognizing just exactly how to get that ball.
And you know, bad snaps will happen, but Prucha has got to not try to pick up the ball and make a play. He's just got to jump on it and try again on 3rd down. I think that's a mistake on him.
Jafer carries a defender for 5 yards.
Jafer will stay in the backfield. My apologies.
Minute and 28 seconds here in the first quarter. Owen Semp being guarded by Zachary Wood at the bottom. Bio looks left, now rolls right, tries to find his man Semp. Instead goes for Davenport. It is tipped and nearly intercepted along the sideline. In coverage was Ryan Wojcik.
You know, if I'm Bile, you see that holding, you see the flag come in. I don't think you try to really make a play with that. You got to throw it away. That was a dangerous pass. It could have been picked off, especially with it being tipped. Just got to recognize.
It's going to move the Shamrocks back 10. It's going to make it 2nd down and 15. Referees are deliberating here.
Are they moving them farther back? The officials are conferring.
We still have a conference here around the 15-yard line. And the ball is going to be spotted at the...
Oh, wow, they really pushed them back.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 20 at the 13-yard line.
You know, I think that's because they marked it from the spot of the foul. But really, if it's in the backfield, it's supposed to be 10 yards in the line of scrimmage.
Wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. It's 2nd and 20 for Bio. And with 5 receivers, he's going to get it in the pocket, and there goes Declan Bile. Initiates the contact, and he's down at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of about 8.
Good job with Bile to use his legs to make a much more manageable 3rd down, even though 12 isn't super manageable.
Under a minute to play here in the 1st quarter. Mo Jafer in the backfield. 4 receivers here. Connor Cohan in motion.
Time winding down in the quarter.
Bile, quick pass. Owen Semp on the screen. Cuts upfield and is going to come up 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Early decision. Looks like, once again, they will send out Lucas Moscone. Will take his 3rd punt of the game.
And that should take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We'll see if the Shamrocks decide to punt it. 7 seconds and counting. And that is going to do it here for the 1st quarter. Your Shamrocks on top, 7-0 at the end of 1. And Moscone with a bad snap, and he's going to be taken down at the 15-yard line. Not what the Shamrocks needed there.
And another early momentum swing in this game. We saw a bad snap that gave possession to Catholic Central earlier on. And even though it was recovered by Moscone, it was 4th down. Great field position to start for the Redhawks at the Catholic Central 16.
Well, back-to-back turnovers on offense for Naperville. I'll be looking to do something a little different here. 2 running backs in the backfield. Motion man is Tristan Hall. They're going to fake the screen. He takes a huge hit, and it's intercepted by Ray Zerke in the end zone. 3 straight turnovers on 3 straight drives for Naperville Central.
And the referee was clearly confused on that play, initially signaling touchdown. But man, that I couldn't tell who that was, but Prucha was hit as he threw. And that caused the pick.
Absolute madness to start tonight. Change of possession after change of possession. Drops, snaps, aborted snaps. Beautiful interception in the end zone by Ray Zerke.
Just very interesting game so far. Very sloppy.
Bile hands off to Evan Hager, who's able to keep himself up and legs churning for a 5-yard pickup. Well, there went Evan Hager. Just 29 rushing yards this year for Hager. He's the 3rd running back that they will use. And he's in the backfield once again. Hager gets another one out of the backfield and turns it up to the 29-yard line, a yard shy of the first down.
Let's see where they mark him.
But once again, the Shamrocks are going to be plagued by holding.
The way these referees are calling it, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the ball in the 2. Looks like it'll be around a 2nd and 17, 18.
A lot of confusion tonight from the referees, but we're going to spot this one at the 12, so 2nd and 18. Hager stays in the game in the backfield. Ray Zerke at the bottom. Bunch trip set to the right side. Bile looks over the middle. Throws right. That's caught by Zerke. Zerke makes a man miss, and it's going to get down at the 19-yard line. A pick up a 7, and it's going to make it 3rd and long.
This is a great chance, still pretty early on in this game, for Declan Bile to show off his arm strength. If I'm him, I take a shot downfield. I don't think Naperville would be expecting it right now. He didn't take a lot of those last week. We saw a couple big touchdowns in the opener against Chippewa Valley down at Wayne State.
Trips to the left with Davenport, the slot man. Bile motions Cohan over. In the shotgun, takes a snap, looks left, throwing long. Owen Semp is open, and it's just overthrown. Had his man Semp beat the entire defense.
He barely overthrew him, too, off his fingertips. And that's one that Bile wants back. Could have been Semp's 2nd receiving touchdown and 4th touchdown overall of the season.
Semp, the team leader in receiving yards with 167. 40 of those came last week and 127 the week before against Chippewa Valley. But it's Moscone here who lines up to punt. And this time it's away, and it's a good punt. And Tristan Hall with a fair catch at the 43-yard line. So make that a 38-yard punt for Moscone.
It's a good boot, especially after the bad snap on the last one. At least they don't have the ball at the 15. That's a good punt. Right around his average on the year.
Wow. These offensive drives are just being wasted by penalties for the Shamrocks. They're getting the ball from Naperville Central whenever they need to. Naperville has 3 turnovers already tonight, but the penalties are just killing it so far with 10 minutes to play in the second. Tyler Dodd is going to be dropped for a loss of 1 here. Braden Corser
And Braden Courser's a name you'll be hearing a lot tonight. He had a sack and a half last week. He is a beast at the line of scrimmage and getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they start.
They're going to keep two running backs here, Dodd to the right and Tristan Hall to the left. Comes in motion. Quick pass for Florima over the middle for a first down. Brought down by Nico Genrich.
That's the second time he has hit Florima really hard, but not before Florima could carry it for a first down.
13-yard pickup from Prucha to Florima, a connection that both thrive on here. It's a huge part of Naperville's offense is Prucha and Florima, maybe the two biggest parts.
Yeah, especially with Nico Gordon, their senior running back, out for the season, unfortunately. Florima has been the main weapon for Prucha.
And Tyler Dodd is going to get an outside zone run to the left side. And Sean Field chases him down after picking up 4 yards.
Good job. It looked like he had some space there. Good job by Field to limit him to a modest gain. Big second down for both teams.
Florima at the top of the screen, guarded 10 yards back from Mike Downs. That pass is caught by Florima. Stiff arms around Genrich, and it's going to go all the way to the house for a 41-yard touchdown.
He caught the ball with his fingertips as it was coming by. Looked like it could have gotten picked, but he snagged it, broke a couple tackles, and now the Red Hawks are an extra point away from tying this one early in the second quarter.
I was not a fan of that defensive alignment. They had Mike Downs playing 10, 12 yards back. They weren't pressing up on Florima, and he had plenty of space to make the cut right in front of Downs. And he's just so big and so fast, able to change directions very quickly. And now it's 7-6 pending Lenzian's extra point, which is straight on through. We have a tie game here with 8:19 to play in the second quarter.
And on that last play, the safety, Jackson Ewald, had a good angle on him. Florima just showed his speed. He was too fast for him. Now, let's see how CC attempts to respond here after that nice long 40-something yard touchdown grab for Florima. The D1 Northwestern Big Ten wide receiver commit. Hager and Cam Lloyd are back.
Well, the penalties have really limited what we've seen in the past two games of CC's high scoring, deep downfield, long run offense. We haven't seen any explosive plays tonight. They've all been called back due to penalties.
Yeah,
Hager,
and the holding calls on earlier downs have prevented them from
Hager's
taking
got
those
space.
shots.
Hager stiff arms the kicker Lenzian. He's upfield to the 50, to the 40, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line by Zachary Wood. A huge return for Evan Hager, a 70-yard return.
What a response for the Shamrocks. They allowed a big return earlier on, and then later they allow the long touchdown to Florima. Now they're set up shop for at least 3 points. Let's see if Bile can convert. Big chance here, Jafer in the backfield.
Great field position. We're gonna mark him at the 28. Bio in the pro formation. Rolls right, looking for Davenport. Deep to the end zone and just overthrown.
All right, we've seen Bile show off his arm a little bit. Now let's see him show off his accuracy. Few overthrown balls. We know he's got that pinpoint accuracy that you need to be a great high school quarterback. He's got it. He's got to show it tonight.
And even 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. A tie, 7-7 tie here on Tom Mack Field in the Elm. Cameron Davenport lines up again in the slot. It's a fake. Owen Semp on the cut, and there goes Semp upfield, and he's going to be chased down inside the 10. It's going to be first down and goal.
That's the explosiveness we've seen from Owen Semp, usually on punt returns, especially last week. But, man, what a cut there to turn a play that looked like it could have gone for 3 or 4 into a gain of 19 and setting them up inside the 10.
Semp turns it from 0 to 100 as fast as anyone out here. And they're going to line up trips to the right again. Bile going to give to Jafer. Jafer not finding any room there. Maxwell grumbles there with a nice tackle.
Yeah, they haven't really been using Jafer in the last couple drives. I mean, they've been so far back on penalties, they haven't had the opportunity to run the ball. Now they have it. 2nd and 7. If you're not going to get in the end zone, get about 4 yards here.
No penalties.
Make it a very manageable third.
Bile from the shotgun wants the fade route to Red Zerke, and it is incomplete. Tried to go get it with that left hand, and it'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, I now know if his hand was just caught up with the defender there, but I think you just got to avoid the flashy plays and grab it with both hands.
Zachary Wood, good job of tracking that one, being able to shut down that play.
Yeah, that was incredible coverage. He's good. He's lucky he didn't make any contact. He didn't turn his head around at all. That could have easily been called a pass interference on the defender. But he didn't make contact. He blocked Zerke's eyesight. And now it's 3rd and 7.
I like Connor Cohan here to cut to the outside. And that's exactly Bile being chased. Gonna throw it to Semp, wide open, touchdown, Shamrocks.
And there's Bile extending the play there. Owen Semp just kept moving until he was open. Pressure coming in. And Bile finds Semp in the end zone for the first offensive touchdown of the night for Catholic Central.
Great pass from Bile. Did a great job getting out of the pocket there. Semp coming over on the crossing route. And it just had simply outrun the entire defense on that side of the field. He was the only Shamrock on that side of the field. Bile, excellent job finding him. Moscone tacks on the extra point, and with 6:47, your Shamrocks lead at 14-7.
That is a great answering drive, especially starting with that return by Evan Hager, setting it all up all the way down to the Red Hawk 28. Owen Semp with receptions of 19 and 7 yards, with the latter brought to the house. Now let's see, Naperville. They had one good drive where they got in the end zone, but their others have been hindered by the turnovers, especially by Prucha. There's the one missed throw that went for a fumble, as it was backwards that Hauser took to the house, no pun intended.
Both teams.
There was the time he didn't jump on the ball on the missed snap, and then the interception thrown right at Zerke. How will he respond here on this drive?
Both teams need to clean it up, and Shamrocks did a nice job. No penalties on the last drive, and the Redhawks trying to make it 2 straight drives with no turnovers. Mosconi's going to squib it, and that's going to go out of bounds, and there's the yellow penalty flag caught by Jackson Ewald before it could hit the ground.
And that's another instance of Catholic Central special teams letting Naperville have free yards.
The 35-yard line is where Naperville Central will start. And they're chasing 7 points here with 6:47 to play in the second quarter.
And this game has gone by fast. A lot of turnovers. The clock is kept running.
Reggie Farima and Mike Downs, that one-on-one at the bottom of the screen. Downs only 7-8 yards away now.
Yeah, and Downs had a really good game last week. Gave up the touchdown in the previous drive.
Quick screen pass to Tristan Hall. But a nice job of catching up and making the tackle is Ryan Schramick.
Yeah, it's a great tackle there. Bringing him down from behind and preventing what would have been at least a first down.
Excuse me, correction, Beckler Hauser with the tackle there. Second down and 3. Prucha, quick pass again. And James Jopes is swarmed by Mike Downs after picking up the first down and 4 yards.
Yeah, that's a nice snag by Jopes there on the low throw by Owen Prucha.
Under 6 to play. Tyler Dodd is the single back. Prucha takes the snap. Wants to go over the middle and does to Seth Lenzion, and he's brought down at the 49. They move it over midfield into Shamrock territory. It's a pickup of 5 yards.
That's a good tackle by Corser there, making sure he didn't get any more from where he caught the ball. Good job of stopping him in his tracks.
And this one's a give to Tyler Dodd. Good stop by the linebackers, Braden Corser and Sean Field. It's a pickup of 2 yards, so it's going to make it a more manageable 3rd down and 3.
Let's see, these third downs has been where they're looking at the receivers, especially Reggie Falima. They've also looked at Tristan Hall on plays like this. Let's see who Prucha looks at. Again, empty set. He might try to run.
5 receivers. Florima shadowed right in the slot. And we're going to get a timeout here from Naperville Central.
No, expanding on that, we haven't really seen Prucha use his legs here in this game.
Oh no, we're going to get it offsides here
Oh,
on Catholic Central, which is going to make it a first down.
I didn't really see anything there warranting a flag.
Play really hadn't developed yet, so.
Yeah, they weren't even really set at the line. Penalties have been specially called here on the Shamrocks. A lot of mistakes early on. They need to clean that up in the second half.
The Redhawks stay with the same set. Prucha drops the snap, and it's going to be swarmed by Sean Field. What a stop in the D end.
And Sean Fields had a few big plays today, but that is one there. Hitting Prucha hard and not letting him make anything out of the bad snap.
Nice play by Field. Prucha a little shaken up after that one.
As he should be. Field hit him very hard. And he's not allowing, as CC's done so far in this game, not allowing Prucha to use his legs as an advantage.
He's under center for the second time tonight, and it's going to be play action. Rolling out and hitting Alex Noto. Noto with a nice gain here and a first down for Naperville Central all the way up to the 30-yard line.
And Noto's only really listed as a defensive end. This might be coming back, though. It is.
Oh, Naperville Central is going to move that one back into their own territory.
From the spot of the foul, though, so it's flagging it second down and they're at the 50. So it's second down and 18 at the 50.
Looks like they'll be at midfield here. Now after the sack and the penalty. Long second down here for Naperville.
Second and 19 then.
So after the penalty, trips at the top of your screen. It's Florima in the slot again, being shadowed by Jafer. Looking right side, and that pass is caught by James Jopes. He's steamed rolled out of bounds by Jackson Ewald after Mike Downs originally brought him down.
Yeah, and that makes it a more manageable 3rd and 7. That is a great great grab by Jobs, hanging on through contact from 2 Shamrocks. Now let's see, it's a big play for both sides. Naperville trying to at least get into field goal range, put some points on the board. Catholic Central trying to get a stop and have a 2-minute drill.
Under 3 minutes here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 7. Shamrocks gonna rush 4 here. Quick pass is tipped and nearly intercepted by Ewald.
And you know, that tip is good. It stops the clock. And now would have taken an interception, but they're going to be forced to punt. I don't think they're going to kick a 59-yard field goal.
No, not at all.
Unless they're going to
So
go for
they
it.
could leave the offense, and with little
Looks
time
like
left
Prucha's
here,
staying.
Owen Prucha is going to stay out here with the offense.
Here's a big risk for Naperville. Big risk.
Well, you don't want to give the Shamrocks great field position. Saw what that happened last time. They were able to march right into the end zone. 4th down and 7, and we're going to have a timeout called by Naperville Central. So
Yeah,
they'll
I
want
think
to
there's
talk
some
things over
confusion
real
there.
quick.
I don't know if they're going to go for it. I just think Prucha might have ignored his coach's sign. Let's see what the decision ends up being.
Naperville Central calls their first timeout.
Now this is one of, if not the biggest play of the game. If Naperville can convert, they have a chance to either close the gap completely or partially here at the waning end of the second quarter with 2.5 to go.
Now,
CC can get it. They have a shot to possibly put more points on the board, get a bigger lead going into the second half.
Prucha is out there for 4th and 7. Remember, the Redhawks will get the ball to start the second half. This would be huge here. Prucha's going to take off by himself, and he's going to get the first down. Ewald on the stop at the 27-yard line.
And that's the first time we've seen him show off his speed tonight. And it's a killer for the Shamrocks. Naperville has got a legitimate shot to get some points on the board. Sorry, get some more points on the board.
Huge play from Owen Prucha. And now they're set up just outside the red zone. First down from the 26. Prucha on the option. He keeps it himself. And it's going to be swarmed by several Shamrocks at the 23-yard line. pick up a 3 yards. And with under 2 minutes now, the Redhawks are going to get up immediately.
Looks like the senior quarterback's getting a little more confident against this swarming Catholic Central front seven. And he is getting the ball, calling his own number. Getting the ball downfield, gaining some yards. That's a nice gain of 8 yards.
1:20 to play. Dodd single back here for the Redhawks. Prucha calls for it. Gets the snap. Looks for Dodd out of the backfield. It's caught and brought down at the 12-yard line. Once again, Jackson Ewald on the stop.
And Dodd is down. Let's see. No, he'll get up. Just a little shaken up. Prucha took another big hit there. He's taken some tonight. See how he holds up. He looks good for now, but that was a big hit there.
Under a minute to play after the completion to Dodd. Prucha in the shotgun once again. Play fake. Looks for Florima. Caught at the goal line. Touchdown, Redhawks. Well, one official calls it a touchdown. The other's going to call it short.
I don't even know if that was complete. Florima has some good hands, but that pass was really low from Prucha. Let's see what they call. Prucha's running off the field. He's not.
Oh, Coach Dan Anderson upset with the ref. I think Florima's lead elbow was down short of the goal line, and indeed he was. So we're going to need a huge stuff here on first and goal.
And if you're just joining us, you might be wondering, why does it matter he's just short? Well, it matters because earlier on in the first quarter, Naperville had it first and goal from the 1. And they ended up first having a holding and then having a bad snap that was recovered by Connor Murphy.
Well, with 36 seconds left, we're going to get a timeout once again from Naperville Central.
And they only have 1, so a couple tackles, and they might get out of this quarter alive. Big play for both teams here. First and goal at the 1 for the Redhawks. They've had this before, they haven't converted. But Reggie Florima has looked almost invincible in man-to-man coverage. They've tried Mike Downs, he hasn't done a lot. They've tried zone, and he's found the openings. They're really gonna need to find an answer. Doesn't look like he's on the field, however.
We're going to add 5 seconds here to the game clock. Make it 41 seconds for Naperville to punch it in. First and goal from the 1. They're going to go with a single back set. That's Reggie Farima. Remember, he had a toss play. It's Prucha on the keeper. Touchdown, Redhawks.
And I think that's what they should have done last time. Punching the ball in. Extra point away from tying this up at 14 with 39 left in the first half.
A 12-play drive for the Redhawks, and they really ate away at that clock. Now just 39 seconds left in the first half. Seth Lenzion out to tie the game up. The holder is James Jopes. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. We have a 14-14 tie.
Seth Lenzon's kick is good. Your score, Naperville Central 14, Catholic Central 14.
Now let's see, Hager almost took one back last time. That might be a play Catholic Central needs here. That'd be a great way to end the first half. Might be getting too greedy, but let's see what Hager and Lloyd, who will most likely be the pair back, can do.
Declan Biles a great downfield passer. So it only takes one to move them into field goal range for Lucas Moscone. Or it only takes one good return, which we've already seen tonight. Lenzon lines it up at the 40. Arm goes up, and here is Lenzon to boot it deep to the Shamrocks. It's his best kick tonight. Hager is going to catch it in the end zone for a touchback.
See, I think if I'm Declan Bile, you've had Semp open on a couple shots today. Let's see if they'll take one now. Not a lot of risk in it, unless, of course, it's intercepted. And he just overthrew him last time. Let's see what he can do here.
Well, do they want to risk it?
See, 3 receivers and a tight end with Spencer Lyons in the backfield. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Safeties are 16, 17 yards back.
No deep ball here. Bile in the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. Steps up in the pocket. It's going to take a huge hit, and it is intercepted. It is incomplete. Ball hit the ground. That was Ryan Spickerman, who appeared to have a chance at intercepting that ball.
Honestly, I think that was intercepted, but the refs think otherwise. And Spickerman does not like the call. Pleading his case.
I wouldn't be surprised
to no
if
avail.
Coach Dan Anderson becomes a little more conservative here. Lions still lined up in the backfield.
I also wouldn't be surprised if he's not more conservative. Tries it again.
Lions does get the handoff. And it's going to be tackled at the 22-yard line, a pickup of 2.
It might just let the clock run out here, and Bile is trotting off the field as we look to be going to halftime.
Naperville not going to use that final timeout. So Dan Anderson and Mike Ulrich's squads are tied at 14 at the half. We'll see you for the start of second half action here shortly. And welcome back to second half action here at the Elm, where we have a 14-14 tie between two great teams, York Catholic Central Shamrocks and the Naperville Central Redhawks. Lucas, we started tonight's stream by looking over the keys of the game. Who do you think has the best chance of winning this game based on how they played in the first half?
I don't know. I mean, Naperville had those 3 early turnovers. However, they've cleaned it up on their last couple drives, scored a couple touchdowns. Catholic Central gets back to forcing those turnovers, and they can convert on 3rd down and not hurt themselves with their penalties. I think they have a great shot to win this game. If Naperville keeps control of the ball and milks the clock, I think Naperville has got the upper hand.
I would agree with that. You know, we talk about Naperville Central's great defense, and they have done a tremendous job here tonight. 7 points scored on a scoop and score by Beckler-Hauser, and 7 points scored on a short field. It was a 29-yard drive where the Shamrocks went down and scored after a few plays. So you can't really fault the defense with much of those 14 points, but you can put plenty of fault on the offense. The 3 turnovers at the start of the game, that was huge to get Catholic Central out ahead. But since then, they've trimmed down on the mistakes. They've been much cleaner, and you're right, they milked the clock very nicely to end that half. I think Naperville Central has all the momentum going into the second half. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. I think it's going to take a lot more effort on the defensive end by Catholic Central to stop them and win this game.
And not only on the defensive end, but on the offensive end. They haven't shown that they can put together a long drive against this great Naperville defense. If they can take the ball, maybe force a 3 and out here on the opening drive, and then have a long drive that takes up 5-6 minutes, which they haven't done really all season. They haven't had a drive of more than around 7 plays the entire year. Let's see what they can do.
When you take a look at the statistics, the Shamrocks did only have 1 7 or more play drive last game against Davison, and that was actually a punt. So they scored 5 touchdowns last week, and none of them came on drives where it lasted over 7 plays. Once again here tonight, they don't have a drive over 7 plays. So they're either getting the ball turned right back over, they punt it, you know, they score quickly, but if they can hold the ball for a little bit longer and keep Prucha and keep the Redhawks over on their sideline for a little bit longer, maybe that will give them a little bit more of an advantage.
And you know what I think is really key is those penalties they've been having. Bunch of holding calls, a couple false starts. The one really upsetting one was the illegal forward pass. I mean, they ended up scoring on the scoop and score right after, but it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. I think they just need to cut down on those penalties, run the ball well, which they haven't done all year, get some nice shot plays to Semp and Zerke, and let Bile show off his accuracy, which he hasn't been extremely accurate all season.
Flip the scoreboard. All right, we're just 30 short seconds away from kickoff here in the second half. Reggie Farima, Tristan Hall wait at the 8-yard line.
And watch Farima. He is back on the return. Is that Ryan Wolchik as well? No, that is Tristan Hall. He's had a decent game as well, along with the 3rd receiver, James Jopes. But Farima and Hall back to receive, both dangerous, quick, with Farima being the best player on this Naperville team.
All right, the referees are just about ready. Lucas Moscone is just about ready. Naperville Central is in their return formation. There's the second half whistle. And the Shamrocks get ready to kick it deep to the Redhawks here. are underway in the second half. It's a short kick. Fair catch made, and it is dropped. Florima pounces on it at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Redhawks will start.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart decision by Moscone, not kicking it to Florima. And it almost worked out in Catholic Central's favor. They did pin him back at the 20-yard line, which is probably better than what would have happened if Florima had gotten his hands on that ball. But that was very close to being another turnover for this Naperville side, which they've already had 3, including 2 fumbles.
Well, Prucha did a nice job in the first half, and they're going to start the second half on the ground to Tyler Dodd. Tackled at the 21-yard line. That's a pickup of a yard.
Yeah, Dodd hasn't really gotten going today. His longest rush is about 7 or 8 yards. And that's showing how much this CC rush defense has improved since allowing Cephas Harris to over 150 all-purpose yards.
On the 21, going to be second down and 9. They're going to go 5 wide empty set. Prucha in the shotgun. Motions to Florima. Gets it on the jet sweep, and Sean Field comes around the edge with a nice tackle in the backfield. A loss of 6.
Sean Fields having an incredible game so far. The defensive end has found himself in the backfield time and time again. He's had a sack, and there is a tackle for loss. Now, what do you do here if you are Owen Pukra?
Well, 3rd and 14, they're going to line up with 5 wide. Prucha mishandles the snap, looks downfield for Florima, and great coverage by Zerke to deflect that ball. And here comes the punt unit for the Redhawks.
And Zerke's been their best cover corner of the night. He already has an interception. And that was on the first play of a drive right after a CC turnover. That is a nice job deflecting the ball away, not letting anything become of that. Good job by Raid Zerke, who's more known for his job on the offensive side of the ball, but has had an incredible game on the other side.
Stephen Aoki is the punter for the Redhawks. Owen Semp waits at midfield and waits eagerly to build off of last week's performance. Good snap, Aoki. It's a high and very, very short kick. It's going to drop down to the 35-yard line. And Naperville gets a little bit of luck with that bounce, down at the 43-yard line. And that's where Declan Bile and company will take over.
No, that might have touched a Catholic Central blocker. I think that was Aiden Cram. That is a big break for CC. I think it might have kicked off his foot and bounced backwards. CC will have the ball with great field position, however. Nothing came of it.
Now Spencer Lyons is the running back. I like a big explosive play coming out of the break. They didn't do a great job in the first half of getting the ball downfield. I like Owen Semp here at the bottom of the screen. He's got Zachary Wood playing like 10 yards back on him. I like a deep shot here on 1st and 10. Bile hands off to Lyons. And short gain of maybe 2 yards for Spencer Lyons.
Might have been interesting there as he saw the linebacker blitz. However, he was in coverage of Cam Davenport. So that left the safety to drop down to Davenport and had a corner and a safety guarding 2 wide receivers. Might have been a good play to pull it out if you're Bile and look downfield to one of your best receivers.
Evan Hager enters the game in the backfield. Trips to the right, the Shamrocks. Bile stands with Hager to his right. Takes the snap, looks for Zerke. Overthrown in coverage was Nolan Scar. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Bile's been a little inaccurate today, as he's been all season. He shows off his massive arm strength. Let's see, this might be a shot play here, or maybe a play to try to bring him into field position. I don't know if without getting the first down they can kick a field goal. I don't think they can. So this is a must convert for Catholic Central. They got to do something with this field position granted by the rough punt.
Yep. Hager stays in the backfield. Zerke at the top, Semp at the bottom. Davenport in the slot. Cohan is going to go upfield instead for Cameron Davenport, and he brings his second catch in of the season. It's a nice one, a pickup of 17 yards on third down.
Yeah, and Davenport missed the opener against Chippewa Valley. Wasn't really a factor against Davison. Only had 1 reception for 3 yards. That is a great catch for Davenport there. Nice first down. Let's see if he can get his 2021 season rolling.
Bile wants to go up tempo here. Looks towards the sideline now. Two receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Bile, quick pass to Owen Semp on the screen. He's got space, he's got speed. Inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 8-yard line for a Catholic Central first down and another nice pickup.
Owen Semp has showed off his speed and elusiveness time and time again this season. He looks like a breakout star in the making.
And this is a situation that Catholic Central's not seen. First and goal. They're trying to extend this drive. They're doing a nice job here. 9 minutes and 8 seconds to play. Cameron Davenport in the slot to the left. Evan Hager still in the game as the running back.
We've seen Bile do that a couple times tonight, trying to draw him off sides. Now looks to the sideline.
A little bit of confusion from the offense. Hager gets the run to the left side. Breaks through to the 3-yard line.
Good job churning his legs after that initial contact. Even though he was going down, got the ball down to the 3-yard line. 4-yard line.
The power back Spencer Lyons checks into the game now.
Lions in the backfield here for the Shamrocks.
Well, come in with 3 running backs. Bile under center for the first time tonight. It's a give to Spencer Lyons to power back. He pushes, the Piles push forward. It's inside the 1. Well, they're going to give him forward progress.
Third and goal for 1. Third and 1 at the 1.
Nope, stopped just short.
Interesting call there. I think he might have been in. Let's see if they put in the fullback, Connor Bell. Hasn't gotten a carry this year. We know he can get in the end zone. He had some nice runs last year.
Back to that 3-back set. Courser's in the game. It's a give to Hager, who is wrapped up immediately at the 2-yard line, a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think you got to stay on the field if you're Catholic Central. You're not going to get many chances against this Naperville defense, and first impressions show that Bile is staying on the field. See Braden Courser there in the backfield.
Yep, he's that fullback. 4th down. I like Connor Cohan here. He's got 2 touchdowns last week. Bile's going to line up under center yet again. It's very unusual for you to see Bile under center. And they're going to go play action. He is going to look for Connor Cohan. Bile's going to roll out, fake the pass, and it is intercepted in the end zone. A nice play by Ryan Spickerman, who had the almost interception earlier. There is a penalty flag down, so we'll check that. They are going to decline the penalty. It's going to be against Catholic Central. And Bile interception in the end zone. It's going to give the Redhawks the ball back.
Yeah, I don't know about that decision. They ran the ball 3 times, showed the play action, but they didn't have any of their prime wide receivers out on the field, those guys who can jump up and get the ball. Bile was swarmed immediately on the right side, just couldn't get the ball into the hands of his tight end.
6:54 to play. The CC defense hungry to stop them in their tracks like they did the first drive.
Yeah, especially after that long drive for Catholic Central that doesn't really gain anything. That's their longest drive of the night with 8 plays.
Prucha looks for Boomgarden. That's incomplete.
Dangerous pass there for Bruka.
Like downs on coverage for the Shamrocks. Second and 10 from the 10.
And I'm looking for the Shamrocks to put some pressure on Prucha. He's been pretty comfortable tonight. He has been sacked once, and he has 2 fumbles on the night. But they haven't really they have a few nice hits, but I'm looking for them to actually get to Prucha and send him for a loss.
And I agree. Although we've seen a few tackle for losses by star edge rusher Braden Corser, we haven't called his name as a sack,
Well,
as
this
it
is
looks
not-
like
this
Jackson
is not good
Ewald
news.
is down.
Jackson Ewald
Stopped on the play by Sean Field.
is hurt.
Battler Hauser.
He's had a nice night tonight, making a few tackles.
For an injured player.
He is going to be able to limp off the field on his own power. Well, that's unfortunate. They're already playing without a DB, Brady Blakita. And that is going to hurt a little bit more. Huge 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, this is a big play for the CC defense as well. They're going to try to make Naperville's defense, who's probably tired after that long drive, come right back out.
5 wide for Prucha.
Catholic Central shows blitz. What will they do?
Here comes the pressure. Quick pass to Jopes. It's caught, and a huge hit by Braden Corser laid straight on Jopes. It's going to be a 1st down for the Red Hawks.
And that was a good shot for a stop for Catholic Central deep in Naperville territory. Just didn't happen.
And there's a handoff to Tyler Dodd, who was stopped immediately by the defense. Beckler Hauser on the stop.
Looks like he was running back, but the referees whistled it dead.
Tyler Dodd, the ball carrier. Brought down the play by Beckler Hauser. Sean Field.
Believe they will say he was down.
It's going to be 2nd down and 9 at the 24.
Gain of 1 on the 2nd and 9.
2nd and 11?
No.
Oh, no, no.
5:25 to play in the 3rd quarter. Still tied at 14 here at the Elm. Single back set for the Red Hawks. Prucha, play action, gonna roll right. Pressure from Sean Field. Pass is thrown behind and caught for a loss by Tyler Dodd.
And I think Dodd, he's junior. He wasn't really supposed to be starting this year. Because of the Gordon injury, he is starting. That's a player you just got to drop the ball. Loss of 4 yards. That could have been just a 3rd and 9. It's now 3rd and 13.
3rd down and long. 3rd down and 13 for Naperville Central. Prucha takes a snap. Looks right, looking for Dodd again. Corser's there, and he brings him down. You're not going to escape Braden Corser one-on-one.
Big tackle by the junior Braden Corser. And he showed up on that drive with a few big hits.
It's going to force the punt team. Aoki will send it deep to Semp.
Yeah,
And we're going to have a timeout called here by Catholic Central.
yeah, his punt was pretty short last time. Semp should be, I think he's at a good position where he can run up on the ball, which is definitely better than running back for it.
Coach Mack not happy with one of his players. I believe that's Ryan Shramick. Maybe they didn't have enough men on the field there. So we're going to have a stoppage. Catholic Central used their first timeout with 3:48 in this third quarter. No scoring yet in the second half. Owen Semp back deep for the Shamrocks. And here's Stephen Aoki waiting the long snap. It's a good snap. And this is his best kick tonight. Semp waves for the fair catch, the 43-yard line. It's going to be a punt of about 32 yards. All systems go for the Shamrocks here. They need a score. They need to get ahead as we have 3:42 till the last quarter here tonight. Mo Jafer in the backfield.
Haven't heard a lot of him this quarter. It's been mostly Hager and Lyons. See if he can get it going.
Quick screen to Ray Zerke. And we might get a hold here on Semp. Oh, or excuse me, Davenport, but that's instead going to be a 10-yard gain, inches short of the first down.
Yeah, I don't see any flags on the field. It's a good, we'll just say it's a good block by Semp.
Bile in the shotgun with Jafer still behind him. Davenport in the slot. It's a give to Mo Jafer. He's got space. He's upfield. Breaks the tackle to the 40. Penalty flag is down. He's going to get all the way to the 21-yard line where he's brought down. As the time stands, that's a 27-yard pickup, the longest of the night for Mo Jafer.
Let's see
Another
if they're moving this ball back.
on
It
the
is on
offense.
Catholic Central. And that's been a theme tonight, those holding calls.
Holding call on the offense. Ball back 10 yards from the spot. Foul. Replay second down.
Just seems like it's every big play, there's a hold.
I know Catholic Central definitely has something to clean up in this week's practice before the big game against UAD here in Novi.
You just don't know if the holding is necessary or unnecessary on these big plays. But man, it's going to push them back.
You almost hope it is necessary.
Second down and 13 now after being just 2 yards away from the first down. Clock starts. We're at 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Evan Hager is out of the backfield. Bile looks, quick pass to Davenport, and the ball comes out. It's going to be incomplete. Couldn't turn around enough. And that's going to make it 3rd and 13.
Yeah, that's a big hit by the senior linebacker, Ethan Pitlack, to knock that out from Davenport. Fortunately, he hadn't taken another couple steps, or Naperville could be running it back.
Third down and 13. Fans are into it. 2:30 to play. Bile drops back, forced out of the pocket, steps up, being chased by Noto and McInerney. Looking deep downfield, caught by Davenport at the 28-yard line. A huge pickup of 31 yards by Cameron Davenport.
I'm not going to get too excited yet. Going to check the field. And it looks clear. Nice play. Davenport's biggest of the season. And that His great job of escaping the pressure by Declan Bile. That might be his best play of the night.
And how about Cameron Davenport? He's been very quiet over the first couple games, but a huge play there, making his second and third catches of the season count here tonight. Biles in the shotgun again. Takes the snap. It's a handoff to Evan Hager, who's wrapped up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Brian McInerney in there on the tackle.
Second and 10. Looks like Jafer will be the running back here. Let's see what they come up with.
Oh, Owen Semp here at the bottom once again. They're very spaced out here on this second down and 10.
Yeah, Semp looks like he's in one-on-one coverage. Watch that safety. He might come over. But now Davenport.
Safety comes down. That's Wojcik. Semp on the screen pass. Shifts a tackle. Semp is upfield for the first down and a pickup of 14 yards.
Another instance of Semp showing his elusiveness, making guys miss, making them look silly.
Owen Semp just getting all his momentum moving forward, and he's so quick. Speeds all the way to the 17-yard line for a first down.
It's not only the fact that he's quick, it's the fact that he can accelerate in such a short amount of time, and how he doesn't lose much speed when he's going horizontally instead of vertically.
A minute to play here in the third quarter. Shamrocks within striking distance. Jafer is the running back. They're going to bunch a trip set to the left. And we have a flag here. A false start on the Shamrocks.
That is yet another penalty. Fans starting to get restless here after another call against Catholic Central.
Well, if we wanted to see penalties, we could just go to a Raiders game. But, man, they just cannot clean this up tonight. It's just been plaguing them all game long.
Who would willingly go to a Raiders game?
Not me. Instead, it's play action. Davenport in open space can't come up with the catch. And it's second down.
Yeah, Biles a little behind him there. I don't know. Let's see. Second and 15. Might try a run here with Jafer. Get the ball a little closer and then throw it on third down. Might also try for the pass, but then an incomplete pass makes it third and 15. I think you got to run the ball here. Haven't done that a lot in this game.
Just trim the down and distance here. Just get it close. Give Bile a chance on third down to go to the end zone. But have that safety valve of Moscone kicking it. Davenport in motion. Bile looks over the middle. Cohan right between the hands and incomplete. Going to bring up third down and 15 for the Shamrocks.
And I'll give credit to those that Naperville secondary overall. They have just been making it very, very difficult. Hitting them very hard as they're receiving the ball.
52, Ethan Pitlack with the back plate. He's probably the hardest hitter out there. A little bit of confusion here between the referees and Coach Anderson.
Correcting official.
I have no idea. No idea why. I don't either.
Going to space Semp out on the outside. Third down and 15 for the Shamrocks. The 22-yard line. Bile looks right, steps up, throws for Cohan. Caught at the 13, 15-yard line.
Yeah, decision time now. It's not really a decision. Looks like they'll send out Moscone.
And they're gonna let Moscone kick this. It's gonna be about a 30-yard try for Moscone. But first, we have the end of the third quarter. No scores here in the third quarter, so it stays knotted up at 14. 12 minutes left to play in this game. When we come back, the Shamrocks will try a field goal. All right, we're back for the fourth quarter. 12 minutes to play. Moscone, a 30-yard try. And the kick is up. It's straight through. The Shamrocks have the lead, 17 to 14.
We see Jackson Ewald, who was hurt mid-third quarter, on the sideline, and he does not have his helmet on. He has a very perceptible limp. We'll consider his status questionable to come back, but does not look good for the senior.
Well, they'll send it deep to Naperville Central, but then CC relies on the defense to do what they've done twice already in the second half, and that's stop Naperville before they can get the ball across midfield.
Yeah, and that'd be huge here for the defense. He's performed well in the second half so far. Let's see if they can force a turnover, maybe a 3 and out, and then if Catholic Central can milk some clock, they'll be in good shape.
Moscone to kick it deep. It's Florima and Tristan Hall back at the 8-yard line for the Redhawks. It's a short kick caught at the 22 by the linebacker Pitlack, who has a full head of steam up to the 34-yard line, and that's where Owen Prucha will start on this drive.
And even though it's pretty good field position up the kick, I agree with Moscone's decision, not letting the ball get to the very, very explosive wide receiver, Reggie Florima.
Defense needs a huge stop here. Naperville Central's going to come out with a 2-back set, and Reggie Florima.
Usually
on the
when they
slot to
do
the
this,
right.
they're
Ball
going to
comes in
throw it
motion,
over.
Play action, looking for Florima over the middle and plowing.
Fumble!
Forward. Ball came out. It's recovered by guess who? Mike Downs.
Yeah, he had an interception last week. He got burned on a touchdown earlier, but he made up for it there. It was a big hit. Didn't see who it was, but that is huge. And I believe it was Florima who got hit and lost the ball.
And
What a
did I
momentum
say?
shifter.
The defense needs to come up huge, and sure they do. First play, taking the ball right away from Naperville Central.
Now let's see if they can milk some clock. There's plenty of time left, 11:44 in this fourth quarter.
Declan Bile ready and set for his first time out in the fourth quarter tonight. 11:44 to play. Mo Jafer is the running back. Davenport in the slot. Quick pass, it's a screen to Semp. Semp finds space and is knocked down to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 15.
I feel like every time they get the ball to Semp, he gains 10 more yards than he should.
Yeah, you're right about that. Semp is just an absolute monster when it comes to trying to create space, creating space, switching direction, gaining acceleration. He's a speed demon.
He's got good hands, too.
Great hands.
Got 4 wide here, Jafer in the backfield.
Bile, another screen pass, this time to Zerke. Makes a man miss, goes to the left and is tripped up at the 36-yard by Zachary Wood.
That was Ryan Woljic. Woljic made a nice tackle there, probably preventing at least 5 more yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
We'd like to thank Naperville Central for their patronage as well.
4 receivers, including the tight end Cohan. And Bile is in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Gives to Jafer. Up the middle. There goes Mo Jafer. Full head of steam for the first down to the 25-yard line.
I'd wait a minute. Last 2 times he's done that, there's been a holding. It looks clean here. Nice run by Mo Jafer, and nice job by the offensive line.
And the Shamrocks are moving in the right direction here. Bile in the shotgun. Jafer to his left side. They go with 4 receivers again. Haven't seen the deep ball very much tonight. Not at all. Bile looks, quick pass to Zerke, comes back to grab it, shakes off Nolan Scar, picks up more inside the 15. The ball came out, but after Zerke was already out of bounds.
Yeah, and he fumbled it out of bounds anyways. Davenport was there if it hadn't gone out of bounds. Good job by Zerke to avoid the tackle.
An 11-yard pickup by Zerke pushes them inside the red zone to the 13-yard line.
Now this is a big play. Catholic Central needs a touchdown here. Make this a 2-score lead. You do not want a 6-point lead. That is one of the worst leads in football.
They don't want to settle for a 6-point lead. They want it all. Under 10 minutes to play now in the fourth quarter. Cohan comes in motion. Bile, bad snap, and he's on it. Made sure nothing happened after the bad snap. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 14, a 4-yard loss.
And here's the difference between the bobbled snap earlier in the red zone by Prucha and the bobbled snap there by Declan Bile. Declan Bile knows to jump on that ball and don't try to do too much. Just cover the ball and do not let them get back on it. Prucha, however, tried to pick it up and make a play, and it did not work out in his favor as Connor Murphy recovered the fumble.
Bile in the shotgun, fakes it, rolls right, senses the pressure from McInerney, and he is taken down by the linebacker, Maxwell Grumbles. It's a huge loss for Bile. And now we're going to have 3rd down and 22. They're moving in the wrong direction.
Once again, that's winning 50-50 ticket number 547-372.
This is big here for both teams. Catholic Central might try a shot or at least get some more yards, make it an easier field goal.
8 minutes to play. Bio, short screen pass to Jafer. He's great at getting out ahead, but not there as he is stopped at the 26-yard line for a loss of a yard.
Let's see. Now what would you do? Is this a field goal attempt? Are you close enough here?
I think they have to get this field goal here. It's 4th and 23.
Oh my goodness, they're
Declan
staying
Bile
on the field.
is on the field right now. I assume this is going to be maybe a short Hail Mary attempt because they have to get to the 2-yard line for a first down.
I don't know if this makes a lot of sense.
Bile steps up, throws for the end zone, and intercepted in the end zone by Ryan Spickerman.
And Catholic Central fans are not happy with that at all.
It appeared that Cohan maybe had been held.
I might agree.
That's Spickerman's second pick tonight. He's had multiple attempts at getting his hands on the ball and comes away with his second interception tonight.
I don't know if that makes the most sense. I think you got to kick the field goal there and get the points on the board. That wouldn't be my choice. Let's just say that.
It makes sense if you want 7 points. However, in that situation, there just wasn't really a possible scenario that would see them coming out with that. And there is Michael Baydoun laying the hit on Owen Prucha, dropping him for a loss.
Haven't said Baydoun's name a lot as he plays on the interior of the defensive line, but that was a great play there. I don't know, does that count as a sack? Because it looks like he...
I think that was a designed run, so we'll take the loss. 6:38 to play. 5 wide receivers for the Red Hawks. Deep in their own territory at their own 16-yard line. Prucha takes this snap. Quick pass, left side, caught by James Jopes at the 20. 4-yard pickup.
Not a lot there. Good job by Catholic Central. Now it's 3rd and long. You really got to make sure you're covering Reggie Florima. The Northwestern commit has had a monster game, 2 touchdowns.
6 minutes to play. 3rd down and 10.
Sorry, 1
Maybe
touchdown.
the biggest
One
3rd
got
down
called back.
up to this point in the game. No one guarding, and now we're going to get a timeout called by Catholic Central. Mo Jafer was not guarding Seth Lenzon at the bottom of the screen. So 5:54 to play, and we're going to get a timeout.
Now let's see here. Catholic Central, if they get a stop, they can just run out the clock. Or maybe not run out the clock since Naperville has all 3 timeouts, but at least run it to a point where they feel comfortable with punting the ball away. But you cannot go 3 and out if you get the ball back, and you cannot let them convert here.
That leaves the Shamrocks with 1 remaining timeout. And 6 minutes of game left. Four receivers. Reggie Florima guarded by Zerke. Takes the snap. Looking. Throwing. No one near for Prucha, and that's going to force a 4th down.
I don't know if he got hit or if that was tipped at the line by Michael Baydoun. But either way, great defense for Catholic Central. Now let's see if they can run down some clock.
Stephen Aoki is the punter. Owen Sepp awaits at the Shamrock logo midfield.
Yeah, and Aoki's had a couple good punts and a couple not so good punts. Let's see what happens here. I think what all Catholic Central fans want right now is another Semp touchdown.
Aoki, good snap. Kick is up. It's another really short one. Bounces to 45, and it's going to get out of bounds on the other side of midfield where the Shamrocks will start.
Nice bounce there to help the average for Aoki.
Our next home game will be next Friday. As the Cubs and the Jesuit Cubs visit Father Richard Elmer Stadium. Kickoff at 7 p.m.
5:42 to play. Bile in the shotgun, Jafer to his right side. This is the drive where they need to milk the clock and really force Naperville, if they get the ball back, to have to go deep downfield, make their safeties and their secondary make great plays, as Owen Semp lets that one go straight through his hands.
Yeah, that's a rare drop from Semp. Usually he's got that ball and he's 10 yards down the field by the time the ball landed on the ground.
From the right hash. Bile in the shotgun again. Hager to his right. Cohan is the tight end in the slot. Davenport is the wide receiver at the top next to Zerke. Owen Semp all the way at the bottom. It's a give to Evan Hager. Fights for some yardage and carries Maverick Oli for a pickup of 7 yards for Evan Hager.
Evan Hager has kept his legs churning even when he's been wrapped up tonight. And that is just another example of how he's broken tackles. He turns it from 2nd and 10 to 3rd and 2.
Big third down, 5 minutes to play now. Bile lines up once again in the shotgun with Hager to his left.
And there's only one safety back. Watch Semp here.
Takes the snap. It's another give to Hager. Burrows through the line, and he's going to fight for extra yardage down at the 38-yard line. A first down for Catholic Central. A 5-yard gain for Evan Hager. Oh. 4:31 to play. Huge first down pickup from Evan Hager.
Yeah, now they're just going to try to keep running this clock down. They got time. Hasn't signaled that there's 10 seconds on the play clock yet. Signals it now.
Davenport in motion. Bile takes the snap. Looks left. Throwing. Middle. Cohan. And through his hands. Bile putting it right where it needed to be. Connor Cohan with a drop there.
Yeah. Cohan had a great game last week. Little rough tonight. I think it's just because on that first drive, he had a 50-yard reception that was taken away by a penalty. See if they try to run the ball here. Jafer's in the backfield now.
Mo Jafer is the running back. We're going to bunch trips to the left. It's a pitch play to Jafer. The blockers go to the left. Jafer stiff arms a guy, and he's upfield, close to the first down at the 31. Going to be an 8-yard gain for Mo Jafer.
All right. I don't know. What do you do here? Do you give it back to Jafer after that nice run, or do you give it to one of your great hands, especially tonight, Semp, Zerke, Davenport?
Well, if I watch this game in the second half, I think I'm going to go screen pass to Semp here. I think Semp go get the yards himself. He's done it all night. The shotgun. High snap. It's a give to Jafer on the misdirection. Stiffing and breaking a tackle, staying on his feet, but picking up nothing.
Now the way they approached last drive, I'm assuming they're going to keep the offense on the field. Last time they had it even closer at the 27-yard line. They
Far
decided
for a field
to kick.
goal, too short
Or,
for a
sorry.
punt. This seems like the obvious go-for-it situation.
Yeah, last time was a little more controversial. I think here you just gotta punch through for 3 yards. They got trips on the left side, but Zerke will motion over.
Under 3 minutes. 4th down and 3. Bile senses the pressure and is taken down by Michael Geiger at the 34-yard line.
That's another 4th down. That was not converted for Catholic Central, just giving Naperville more chances. Let's see. Prucha comes back onto the field with 2:49 left in the game.
Mike Orech was the defensive coordinator before he was the head coach. Great play call by Orech and his defense to send Geiger right after the quarterback. Reggie Farima is the impact player tonight. Let's see if CC's defense is up for the task. Quick pass to Lenzon at the 41, diving to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards. Give him 8.
And Braden Corser wrapped him up right away and did not let him gain any more yards. Nice play by the linebacker.
Correction, Braden Corser.
2:16 to play. 2nd down and 2 from the 42. Here comes the pressure. Corser hits the quarterback. It is caught by Lenzon to the 50-yard line.
Hey, good job. Good job by Prucha to get the ball out quick there.
Beckler
Corser
Hauser was
right
able
at
to
him.
make up for it with the tackle.
Good throw there by Prucha with Corser right in his face.
Crowd is roaring loud here, under 2 minutes to play. Trips to the right, 5 wide receivers. Prucha takes the snap, looks left, throwing long for Farima, and we're gonna have a holding.
Oh no!
Yeah, that is obvious on Nico Genrich. He was holding Florima's hand down the sideline.
Ah,
that
barely
is a
though. I
costly
don't know if it
penalty.
impacted the play. He grabbed him at the last second, but the ball was way past it. I think you got to pick up that flag.
Defensive holding is the penalty. Result of the penalty is a Red Hawks first down.
Trips to the right once again. Prucha. Sean Field on the pressure. Dodd makes the catch with space to his left side. Gets upfield and is brought down by Javon Massey. Inside the 20 though.
21. They're saying 21.
Looks like referee threw his hat. They're conferring, and Naperville is moving back. Might be a penalty here, or at least an out of bounds before.
Was this an
Let's see.
ineligible receiver downfield, possibly?
Yeah, especially with all those blockers so far down, that would be a realistic call. The blockers were very far downfield. That might be the call.
1:31 to play here. Refs conferring at the 35-yard line.
What's it going to be? They're going to talk some more. Let's see what's going on. Looks as if our head referee is going to go talk to Coach Ulrich on the Naperville side. And the ball is moving back. Might have been a block in the back or holding.
Illegal block in the back on the offense. It's going to stick it at the 37-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 7.
So first down and 10 from the 37. Prucha gets the snap. Here comes the pressure from Cohan, caught by Florima. A pickup of 12 out of bounds at the 28.
That's a college grab by Florima, going up, climbing the ladder and grabbing it with his hands. A minute and 18 left in this game. Catholic Central clinging to a 3-point lead. Last week, though, kicker Seth Lenzen for Naperville kicked a 30-yarder as time expired.
Pressure comes again. This time it's caught by Lenzen, the kicker and tight end, to the 19-yard line. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called with 1:12 by Naperville Central.
Now this, I think, is the crucial set of downs. Catholic Central gets a stop here. Let's see what
No
they can
timeout.
do.
My bad. Clock will run. 1:06 to play. Prucha, shotgun. Bad snap. Ball is down, and it is recovered by Beckler-Hauser. Beckler-Hauser with a huge fumble recovery.
He won the game for Catholic Central. His second recovery of the game.
What a game from Beckler-Hauser. 2 fumble recoveries.
The
The junior linebacker.
The student section absolutely erupts. And this team is going wild as it looks like they have defeated one of the best teams in Illinois, Naperville Central.
60 seconds left. Not quite over yet. Naperville Central still with all 3 timeouts.
I think a first down puts it away.
I would agree. We're going to send Mo Jafer and just Mo Jafer out to be the tailback here.
No, usually when they've gone Zerke on 2 side. Let's see.
Naperville pressing all 8 guys as Jafer runs for a short gain of a yard.
It'll be 2nd down and about 9. Naperville uses their first timeout of the half. We have 55 seconds left in this game. And you know, that missed snap for Naperville looked eerily similar to last year's Brother Rice game.
Oh, yes.
Anybody remembers that? Catholic Central had the lead. Believe it was 5 points. Brother Rice is driving. Same thing happens.
Well, now discussion by the refs once again. And they'll resume play here. It's Evan Hager in the backfield now.
Now, would you even consider throwing the ball here?
I would not consider throwing the ball here. I know. And there goes Hager, and he's got the first down. Evan Hager, what an exciting play for the junior.
Evan Hager puts the game away for the Shamrocks. As Naperville does not have enough timeouts to kill the clock, they'll have to use their second there, and they'll have 1 remaining. They can just run the clock out. Might as well just take a knee.
They're at the 45 if you want to change that. It's up to you. 45 yards.
Second timeout called by Naperville with 50 seconds left. Dream situation for the Shamrocks as they get to go out in the victory formation.
Yeah, I think you got to make sure you don't run a play here, especially with all the fumbles that have happened tonight, mostly for Naperville. You just don't want to risk it, however.
And Bile is going to line up under center, and we're in the victory formation. A huge, convincing, defensive, hard-fought win tonight from the Catholic Central Shamrocks as they will move to 2-1 on the young season. Naperville drops their first game this season as they also become 2-1. And they'll head home to Illinois. But our Catholic Central Shamrocks will host the Cubs of University of Detroit Jesuit next weekend. Friday night here at 7 o'clock. And that's going to do it here. Your Shamrocks with a 17-14 win over the Naperville Central Redhawks. All right, let's do a quick pregame wrap-up. Who was your MVP tonight, Lucas?
I think the best player in this game, formed the best. On the offensive side of the ball, I'd go to Owen Sem just because of how he would